All right, good afternoon, everyone. It's the last day of RGV Startup Week. Give it up. It's been a very long 8 days, but we're really excited to have our second annual Startup Week here in Brownsville. But not just Brownsville, we had it across Mission, Weslaco, Edinburgh, McAllen, and Farr this year. And we also had former President Vicente Fox on Monday, which is really great too. This program's really, really special to me. The person I'm about to introduce on the stage I met about 5 years ago at a conference. They worked at UT Austin. They had some connections with our partners at UT RGV as well, and they had a really unique program that we wanted to bring down here. And politics aside, certain things happened to where it couldn't come down through UT Austin, but we're very excited that it was able to come down specifically because of this individual. What we've learned here at the eBridge Center is so much of our programs are really focused on the late 20s to 60s age range, and we really wanted to tap into the potential of the youth here in our community. Quick show of hands, how many people know people that left Brownsville? Okay, a lot. And how many of them have actually come back to Brownsville? Not as much. So that's really what we wanted to focus and tackle and try to capture the youth at that kind of developmental phase and put them through a really great leadership and entrepreneurship program to then further those efforts through the programs that we already do with our partners at UT RGV here, including Startup Texas and our Blueprint program. So it is my honor to introduce your host for this evening, the CEO of Elements, Mr. Ruben Cantu.
Good evening, everyone. Before I give my remarks, we're going to go ahead and then sit back and enjoy what's happened so far in the past 2 cohorts. Stay tuned.
This program has surrounded me with people that are like-minded in wanting to revitalize the community.
So we learned a lot about team building and how to actually work together as a team.
These days have reinforced my understanding of what I thought was good leadership and how it feels to be led by someone who understands good leadership skills.
But the tide is changing. We've got a really great regional university. We've got a great ecosystem here, and then we've got resources like the eBridge Center here. So we wanted to create a program and a pipeline specifically for talented individuals early on and get them into this ecosystem right from the beginning.
Good evening, everybody. As you can tell, me llamo Ruben Cantu, para servirle. I wouldn't have had the opportunity to be a bridge for other people. I want you all to see yourselves as part of this bridge. At the eBridge, this is what we're trying to create. We're hosting our inaugural Frontera Leadership Cohort here at Camp Rio. We're starting a 3-month program that is taking over 20 students, teaching them product management, executive leadership, and entrepreneurial skills. Students who are from first generation, under-resourced, and diverse backgrounds, and teaching them the skills so that they can fish themselves. And we can actually help create a stable and inclusive economy that incorporates everyone. The theme for tonight is a bridge to the future. One of the components is the foundation. And the foundation is composed of innovative thinking, resilience, and service to others. That symbol on the right, it's a network, right? We have some similar terms here, and that term means I am because you are, and you are because I am, and together we are one.
I'm Martin Cuevas. This community is very important to me since I live here. Seeing like tons of other wanting to bring new business, bring new life, bring new ideas into Brownsville, into the valley. Having other people around me who we all respect each other enough to tell each other, hey, that was wrong. Hey, you should do better. It made me realize I was holding myself back. I was holding other people back with my kinds of mindsets, and I wanted to improve upon that.
We have the pillars. Great quality education. So we need to value quality education if we want people to stay here. 2, we need to help support the entrepreneurial ecosystem. There's different parts of the ecosystem. There's connectors, there's investors, there's people who create media, there's people who are advisors, who's helping build the Texas-wide entrepreneurial ecosystem and bringing us all together at the Venture Network.
Hi, my name is Alondra Vela Arce. I am a student at the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. We got to learn how to be able to work in a team and how to communicate and how to be leaders within a group without overpowering anyone or making anyone feel bad. The difference between a boss and a leader. So basically, a boss will just tell you what to do and, for their own benefit, and a leader's gonna literally push you and work with you and bring the community together to create a change and a difference in the environment.
Hi, my name is Karina Martinez. I just finished my master's in healthcare administration. This retreat has impacted my understanding of leadership because in the past I've had several experiences with bad leadership, and this program has, or at least these days, have reinforced my understanding of what I thought was good leadership and how it feels to be led by someone who understands good leadership skills.
We have really smart people. We have homegrown talent that deserves to stay here. The brain drain that exists in the Rio Grande Valley doesn't have to be that way anymore. This is why the Frontera Leadership Institute was created, because we believe that Brownsville deserves the best, and we're here to go ahead and cultivate that. They say time flies when you're having fun. Boy, we've had a lot of fun. My name is Ruben Cantu, and I am the CEO and founder of Elements and the executive director of a program called the Frontera Leadership Institute. And I'd like to formally welcome you to the very second ever demo day for the Frontera Leadership Institute. Give you a round of applause. We're starting a little bit behind time, but I have some special words I want to share with you, so I'll try to make them as brief as possible. When I first started the entrepreneurial journey for myself back in 2009, formally after finishing my graduate studies at the University of Texas, I met a gentleman, his name is Kevin Coyne, and he talked about the frontier as well. And he helped us understand that the way that we were successful back in the olden days, right? Not too long ago, but the olden days, when we had the horse and buggy and the caravan, is that we all worked together. I don't know if many of you knew, but where the phrase comes from of raise the roof. It doesn't just mean to have a party. Of course it does. But it was actually about bringing together the community to find, when you finally built the walls of the barn, you had them come over to help raise the roof. And there's a lot of work to raise a roof. But once you raise the roof, you all celebrated and had a good time. The frontier is built on collaboration. The way that we were able to make generations after generations thrive is because we all work together to go at the leading edge. And today, I'm going to talk about what it means to be part of the Frontera Leadership Institute and a term that I'm coining called a frontarian. Yes, I'm being corny, and yes, I coined that term, a frontarian. Someone who is at the bleeding edge of not only pushing themselves personally and professionally, but also in the world of technology, also in the world of business. I want you to understand what this program is about. Padres, gracias por estar aquí. Parents, thank you very much for being here. It means a lot so that you can witness your children, your child, your son, your daughter, transform hopefully before your eyes. They are now part of a special legacy of leaders for Brownsville, Texas, and you should be very proud of that. Give them a round of applause, please. I tell people it is such a privilege for me to be able to do this work, and it's also quite unfortunate that I have to do this work. It's almost like an oxymoron, right? Because we're training skills that normally should have been given in schools from early on. When I encounter young people, often today, they're like very shy. They're reserved, or they're like, can you just text me? Why do you have to call me, man? Right? And we're losing that ability for leadership and their voice to be heard. And we're trying to bring that back. These virtues and values that we're embodying and we're training in this program are the keys and the foundations for them to be successful, not just in their personal lives, but as they step into leading organizations. The goal of this program is for them not just to be successful get a good job, get a good career, but for them to actually be the executive leaders of tomorrow, whether they start a startup, whether they run for office, whether they're in the community advocating for justice for all people. This is what we're training. This is what we're about. How do we do this? We focus on the principles and the fundamentals, which seem very, people use the word soft skills, right? As in like weak, but soft skills are not weak at all. They're the cornerstone of what actually makes great leadership. Raise your hand here if you know what EQ stands for. A couple people know what the word EQ stands for. Also interchangeable with the word EI, the acronym EI. This stands for emotional quotient or emotional intelligence. When the rest of the world is worried about STEM and your IQ, about how smart you are, we're also focusing on, hey, who are you as a person? What is your character about? How do you show up in tough situations? How do you regulate your nervous system? How do we talk about trauma? Yes, we're talking about trauma in this program. We're talking about how you show up and how you may get in your own way so that you can get out of your way so that you can actually lead people and they feel safe with you so they can follow you. We focus on building up courage. The word agencia, agency, to do for oneself, to not just wait around for someone else to do for you, but to also have the ability to take care of your brother, your sister right next to you, to make sure they're okay too. What does true leadership look like? That's what we're talking about in this program. Yes, they learn technology. Yes, they learn how to launch a company, which you will see. But all that is the surface level. What the work is who they're becoming as people for our community. I think about what the future looks like. I don't know if you've heard the reports, but they have said that the jobs today will not exist in 5 years. They also said that AI may not be replacing your job, but someone using AI may be replacing your job. This is a whole new world. Back then, the frontier was the wild, wild west. Today, Brownsville is at the frontier of the stars. We are at the epicenter, and we get to choose to say what happens not only to our community, but what happens to the rest of the world by our leadership, how we cultivate leaders here today. This is the work. The frontier is where the known ends and the possibility begins. That is what we're doing. We're teaching about the power of possibility. So how do you do that? You create what we call frontarians. Yes, I just coined that term. And frontarians are described by 3 major things. 1, they lead courageously. They have this boldness, courage inside to step in and do what's right because that is who they are as human beings for the well-being of themselves and their brother and sister and their community. 2, because they love their community, they know that they can't go at it alone. So they work together as teams to make sure that they can move together and be successful. Therefore, they have to learn how to communicate and resolve conflict. Oh, and boy, do we embrace conflict in this program. And sometimes it's not easy, but I can tell you there's so many breakthroughs on the other side. And finally, they don't just stay with the idea, they move things into action. Some of our students are at the leading edge, being flown and driven to the Capitol in Austin, Texas, to fight and advocate for our community's rights and our community environmental rights. We're not just sitting around twiddling our thumbs saying, oh, let's figure out what this could be. We're going into action and we're doing this work. And I'm very proud of our students. I want to tell you a story about one of our teams. And this unique person I'm going to talk about today, their parents are in the building here, so thank you for being here. This week, we got to see the actual truth and proof of the program right before our eyes unexpectedly. Former President Vicente Fox came to speak to us at the Texas Southmost College Performing Arts Center. And after giving a phenomenal conversation, it's almost as Vicente Fox was sitting in my classroom the whole time, because they're like, that's exactly what you talk about. Yes, that is what we talk about. We had one of our students step up during the Q&A. Her name is Angie Rodriguez. And Angie, without waiting for a microphone to show up in her hands, she stood up con todo pulmón and asked a question with the whole ballroom, the whole auditorium heard her, and said, how do we make sure that McAllen and Brownsville can work better together, because there's sometimes they feel at odds and feel like the resources are mismanaged. And so by just having her step up into her courage, into her boldness, and to showcase who she is, to ask a president of a global country, right? That shows you what we're doing here. We're no longer accepting the it's okay to be shy. No, we're allowing you to step into your full authentic power. Thank you very much for allowing your daughter to be in this program. So Brownsville, padres, community, this is your moment. What you're about to witness, I will call it history in the making. And I'm not trying to be over dramatic. I'm letting you see what we've been doing. Porque quiero que corran la voz. I want you to go tell your neighbors, your community, what is actually happening in this room, what we've been doing for the past 3 months. Do you know, just for accurate record, the program that you just completed normally takes a year to complete when I was teaching at the University of Texas. We condensed it, and so intense, and they made it through. They said it was rigorous, it was painful, but it was so worth it. And you're gonna see their work here tonight. So I want you to say, how do you step up to be a Frontarian? How do you step up to be the future that Brownsville deserves? And how do we help run the word? Because it cannot be about me. It cannot be any one of our individual students. It has to be the collective community that chooses what we do. And I thank you so much for being here. What we're about to witness now is like history in the making. I just want to show you some highlights. Our students, within a month's notice, raised their own money in February to go to South by Southwest. And we drove them up there so they can be part of the epicenter of technology and what's happening in that community. So they loved it, and they can't wait to go back. But I said, hey, you can have fun up there, but don't forget, this is home here. So make sure you help build this over here too. These are some of the things they got to do. They got to network with key change makers and entrepreneurs. They got to attend sessions that focus on leadership and technology. And they got to explore different perspectives that they can bring out down here to Brownsville, Texas. So I'm so proud of them. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to kick off the show? I think y'all can do a little bit better than that. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to kick off the show? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to go ahead and I'll give you the history later because we're running short on time. And if you have any questions, I'll show you that later. We are about to go ahead and introduce our judges. If you can give a round of applause to our judges, please. Graham Sevier Schultz, owner of 7th and Park. Jen and Vero from JZD. Latina Power, for sure. I'm waiting for my shirt. I'm going to go get it. And also, a great example of what eBridge is about, also as well as Graham, is our winner of Startup Texas not too long ago. Now in his, actually you didn't win that year, but okay, but you rebounded and you kept going, and now you have a company valued at $15 million, and you've only been in business for about 15 months. This is the owner and founder of SupplyPay, William Steele. And thank you for supporting our entrepreneurs in this ecosystem with the pitch competition a couple days ago. So here we go. We're about to kick off. Please, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our very first team of the night. Kicking off the Frontera Leadership Demo Day, the Harvest Hustlers.
Is there a timer? When I was younger, I used to go with my mom to every community health fair or event that occurred in Brownsville. Within going, I was able to experience firsthand the amount of people that went and spoke about their health issues, which run from obesity to diabetes. I was able to gather the insights and found one common thread that they all shared. They either ate too much fast food or they tried to be healthy, but they didn't have the time to be healthy. And it stuck with me. I soon realized that in Brownsville, most of the food options are either fatty, greasy, yet convenient. So we thought, what if there was a solution? Something fast, affordable, but actually good for you. So we introduced to you Rooted Bites, Brownsville's first health-focused food truck concept bringing nutritional meals on the go. This isn't just about food, it's about people. Our purpose is to support busy lives and uplift our community by bringing real healthy food accessible to everyone.
I was diagnosed with diabetes at the age of 7. Everything changed. I was struggling within trying to look for health-conscious food on the go, especially here in Brownsville. 16 years later, I am still struggling within that issue. So where do I go? Where everyone knows and loves. Whataburger, where it makes me feel heavy, but I have to take extra medication. 80% of residents here in Brownsville is struggling with obesity and overweight. Fast food is everywhere, but fast, healthy food, that's rare. Several food trucks here in Brownsville, their meals average up to 1,500 to 2,000 calories, where the recommended dose per day is 2,000 calories. In our menu, every meal ranges to 400 to 600 calories.
We plan to start off as a catering service as well as pop-up events, generating revenue, building brand awareness, and testing our menu directly with the community. Within the first year, we plan to launch a fully operational food truck, and within the next 3 to 5 years, we'll have several food trucks spread out throughout the Rio Grande Valley.
Our revenue streams will include pop-up events, catering services, and eventually the daily food truck services, with meals priced between $7 to $15 and profit margins estimated at 7 to 5%. 7 to 15% with an estimated annual revenue of $150,000 within the first year.
We've had the opportunity to work with several business owners here in Brownsville, Texas, such as nutritionists, chefs, and other CEOs. We've had the opportunity to work with Adrian Paredes, which has been our mentor throughout the whole process, which has helped guide us with the right team, the right vision, and the right plan.
We have created an Instagram profile and a website. We will be within trying pass out 500. Our goal is to make up to 500 plus customers before our food truck launch.
We see Rooted Bites becoming a staple here in Brownsville, bringing health-conscious meals to the places that need it most. But it starts now, with one stand, one mission, and one promise, to root ourselves in the health of our community. We are looking for investors to help us along our journey to acquire $15,000 to help start cover costs for our mobile kitchen. This will include branding, licensing, equipment, and marketing. This will take us from pop-up phase to full launch within the next 9 to 12 months. Hello, my name is Sebastian Vasquez. This is Angeline Rodriguez, Fernanda Perez, and Herman Mora. And we are Rooted for the Community. Thank you.
Great job, guys. Graham here. I think this is a great idea and concept. Just today, I was looking for a healthy lunch and had to settle for a drive-through, right?
Yes.
Like, Pollo Loco was the healthiest, most reasonable option I could find. So I love what you're doing. I was looking at your menu here, and there's some really good, healthful ingredients. I like to see that. I think a lot of them are available locally. So, I mean, I would love to see you guys succeed and open a location, hopefully near me, so I can go selfishly. Are y'all familiar with a thing called the Blue Zone? I'll explain, you don't have to answer, but it's basically a study that was done of areas around the world that have the longest life expectancy, and they found a lot of similar ingredients were used regularly in these zones. And I see some of them here, so I think it's great. It's great marketing. A lot of people are looking for that, and I think you all could call out some of those things on this menu and make it easier for people to understand that they're making healthy choices. But I like what I see. You guys did a great job.
Thank you. Yes.
Hello, hello. Love the idea, same thing, I'll second what Graham's saying. Finding healthy options is really difficult. Can you all walk me through how you're thinking about the equipment that's going to be necessary to make this successful?
Yes.
And what equipment does it look like, to prep these types of menu items? I think I have a rough idea, but I would love to hear it from you all.
So you're talking about equipment within the food truck, or just how we're going to start within the pop-up stand, catering services?
I think both would be
All
helpful
right,
here.
so we plan to start off as a pop-up service event or catering services. We want to go to local food markets, pop-up events, and there we will be able to use the community to gather the input and feedback so we could gather community feedback and what we can adjust within our company. Hopefully within the next 9 to 12 months, within the revenue streams, the community outreach, we're going to be able to expand it into a food truck. The food truck, we made a list of the equipment, the licensing, everything that we need to create the food truck. So if you look into the pages, you can see.
Yeah, absolutely. So who's going to be cooking?
Well, for now, we're going to be cooking ourselves. We have a general manager from Longboard, and I myself work also in the food industry. We've been creating the meals ourselves. Whatever you have in your front, we created that. But later in the future, we're going to be able to hire a chef, produce within the revenue streams that we get.
Great job, guys. Just a quick question. I think you're asking for $15,000.
Yes.
How do you plan to allocate that? What are the plans? What are you using for marketing? What are you using for equipment? What are the plans?
So within our plans, I think we have another one. Wait. No. Okay, so within our plan, within that $50,000, we do have our cost breakdown. So it goes within marketing, inventory, insurance, staff wages, permit, equipment. So within that, it will actually average out. We will not be hiring employees until we do our food truck launch. So within doing the catering and everything, it would be us four. And we would do pop-up events and whatnot. And I believe, what do you want to say more?
Right now, the cost breakdown just kind of shows like an estimate. We're not really sure. We're still trying to break down and target which equipment, like you said, and still trying to figure out the cost as we go.
So in terms of getting the equipment, have you guys help me understand how you guys are thinking about where you're going to go? Are you guys going to go to like maybe auctions? Are you looking at Facebook Marketplace? Where are you guys looking to squeeze every dollar you can?
Right. So we definitely have to shop around. We can't just exactly buy the most expensive equipment. It's all about, as I'm sure as everybody knows, you have to actually look for the best prices, make sure that the equipment's actually good, to make sure that you're getting the best deal and the best buck for your money, right? So it's a lot of shopping around. It's not just, I'm just going to buy this because it's the nicest one or it's the most expensive one. It really comes down to what's the most affordable and most efficient thing equipment that we can use for our products. Last question.
I have one quick question. I see that y'all have $1,000 for marketing. Can y'all walk us through what y'all have in mind for the marketing cost?
So within the marketing costs, it will be not only it would be shirts, ads on Instagram, Facebook, and within the marketing, like we said, pop-up events. It would be marketing on doing 5K runs, maybe like not even weddings, but quinceañeras or anything like, let's just say someone wants a food truck of health-conscious food and is wanting to eat that within their event. So that'll be part of the marketing.
One more
thank you.
question. There's some samples up here. Can you tell us what you brought for us to try?
Okay, so one of them is the spicy beetroot pico de gallo. Beetroot is going to be our main ingredient. The hummus is a beetroot hummus, so you put that on the toast, on the garlic toast. The pico de gallo, one is spicy and one is regular. And for the audience, right after this, we will definitely have some samples over there as well.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the next team has probably gone through the most growth, and I'm really proud for them to be standing here sharing their story. They're really passionate about the idea of mentorship and ensuring that mentors and mentees can successfully be paired up and they can have a relationship that can help them grow and blossom. And I just am floored to be able to see how well they have grown over the past 3 months. Please give it up for Worlds United.
When I started my journey in the entrepreneur program, I was really excited. I was paired up with a mentor. However, our communication did not get out to a good start. There was no framework or structure. And I was not prepared with the tools or the training to know what it's like to build a successful mentor-mentee relationship. That is why we're creating a system that can help both mentors and mentees stay on the same page. Meet Goma.
So here's how Goma is going to work. Not only is Goma going to be able to help you pair the mentees and mentors, but it's also going to give you real-time analytics on how the mentorship is progressing. And it'll be able to show you the goals completed on both sides. We are unlike our competitors like Mentor City. While they may use AI, they do not use it as a digital employee like we do. We have Athena. Athena is an AI helper who monitors messages, is able to send out surveys, and can inform admins of any issues going on with potential solutions. Athena will also greet users and guide them through the mentorship process in Goma before reporting back to the admins.
We want to work with organizations that help people grow their skills and talents. To reach them, we'll make. Oh, sorry.
To reach them, we'll be using social media. We'll be going to business expos and incubators, and we believe that will make a greater impact in our community.
That in mind, we've found over 237 of those actives in nonprofits and organizations that could benefit from our service. And nationwide, we found over 56,000 of those same active nonprofits and organizations that have already implemented mentorship support. That's just the beginning, and we can make that happen.
We will be making money through a tiered subscription, kind of like Netflix or Spotify. Groups will be paying based off how many users they have and what features they love. Goma can be the platform that connects them, supports them, and proves their success.
We are speaking to you now as we are looking for pilot users to test the prototype. We're looking for grants of $55,000 to pay for the project, and we're looking for mentors to assist us during the startup phase. Here's our vision. A world where mentorship doesn't just feel good, it works, it grows, and we can prove it. With Goma, we give organizations the tools to connect, the structure to grow, and the data to lead. Let's build a mentorship ecosystem that truly works together.
We have Damian Dillard, our marketing manager, Tiana Resendez, our chief technology officer, Juan Zapata, our business analyst, Tony Aguilar, our chief operational officer, Andre Cuevas, our engagement manager, and I am Albert Juarez, CEO, and we are
World United.
Judges, you have 5 minutes.
Hey guys, great job. I really like this idea, and I've been in the mentor-mentee relationship before, and it can be pretty hard to organize and structure and find similar meeting times and other ways to get together. So I do see the utility in this. A question, you mentioned like a secure platform for messaging back and forth between mentor and mentee. I think that would be very useful, especially across time zones. Is there a way that they could perhaps upload videos, or is it limited just to text messages back and forth?
So Goma will have a messaging platform that includes regular text, but also calls, and you'll have the ability to upload any type of file types you need.
I also think that finding the right mentor can be a challenge, especially depending on what field you're in. My question to you is, who are you targeting specifically? Like, is this something y'all see in the corporate world, the entrepreneur world? Who do you see using your platform, and then how are you going to reach that customer?
Good question. So we started off looking around. We got to nonprofits and small organizations that have mentoring aspects. And you're right, there's a couple out there that for education purposes, entrepreneur purposes, or just mentorship in general. We believe we would be targeting a vast variety of mentorship programs because we believe that mentorship is something that's needed in this world.
I think I'll follow up. Can you all walk me through, if you guys are thinking B2B, B2C, are you guys looking to target more school programs that already exist, build channel partnership agreements? I'm curious, like the go-to-market is something that I'm curious about.
Okay, another great question. We did do research, and it came to be more of a B2B, since it's a tool for these mentorship programs. So we're going to be targeting the mentorship programs that are around the US, here locally in the Rio Grande Valley, and being able to supply them this tool so they can have more formalized mentorship. So like I said, it's all the mentorship programs that are out there available and the organizations.
Have you considered assigning like a score to either mentors or mentees? I think that would help kind of connect some of these two groups together.
So great question. The way that Goma is going to have is a point system. The more tasks you complete as both a mentee and a mentor, the more points you're going to have. And admins will have access to see who has so many points, along with a leaderboard that ranks these users. There's also an effort score for the mentees. That way the mentors can see just how much effort that the mentees are putting into this.
So there, from my experience, have been multiple stages in a mentor-mentee life cycle, right? You have like the upper echelon, super high-performing, high-functioning CEOs and their executive coaches, and then you might have more of like a specialized development counselor who's working maybe for a summer program, where do you all see the focus of the product going in this life cycle? Are you more open to experimentation? You know, what are the programs you're seeing that this will be most impactful in, especially given the gamification of the system?
Could you repeat that question one more time?
Yeah, so the range of mentor-mentee relationships and dynamics, they can be like, you know, at the upper end, CEO, executive coaching style relationships. And then, you know, you might have something more along the summer council, summer camp, you know, mentor-mentee relationships. Which particular customer profile do you all see yourselves targeting during that period of time?
So during the initial launch period of time, I understand your question, whether it's corporate or something a little bit more of the traditional. We're looking to target early on nonprofits in the organizations because we believe they're going to be able to give us more consistent feedback right away. And targeting the corporate level, we understand that our service is something that needs to be redefined and refined in order to be able to sell those organizations. But being able to target the lower ones, we're going to be able to build more partnerships as well as help more of the local ecosystem within the community of mentorship.
Clicker. Thank you very much. One more time for Worlds United. And now, for our final team of the night. These pair of four were once a pair of three. And then we added an extra element. And now they are forming themselves as a team that is going to transform the landscape of the Rio Grande Valley and its epidemic with diabetes. Please give a round of applause for Team VIDA.
Meet Angie, a Brownsville native. Diagnosed at 7 years old, she's been living with diabetes for about 16 years. Managing her diabetes feels like a second full-time job. She draws blood about 6 times a day, tracking her glucose, insulin, food. She does this at every meal, every day, for the rest of her life. The weight and the risk of not logging, of forgetting, is overwhelming and dangerous.
Managing diabetes shouldn't feel like a chore. What if it didn't have to be this way? Tori, what do we do about this?
We created DiaBuddy. Think of it like a peer tracker for diabetics. It's a simple app to help manage diabetes. So you can track your blood sugar, your activity, your food, and your medicine all in one easy place. Becky, can you tell me about Angie's day with DiaBuddy?
She starts by checking and logging her blood sugar. After meals, she logs her insulin, glucose, food in the app. Thanks to her Apple Watch, DiaBuddy is able to track all her fitness activity. At the end of the day, Angie's able to visualize how her body responded. And with DiaBuddy's insights, AI insights, she's given recommendations for more informed decisions for her health. It's not just about data, it's about control.
Raise your hand if you don't like doing chores. I know I don't. And so managing diabetes feels like a constant chore. It's a pain. We don't want to do it. And for many diabetics like Angie, unfortunately, it feels like diabetes runs their life. So that's where DiaBuddy steps in. We empower our users to make better, more informed decisions. Our vision is to work with local Rio Grande Valley research institutions to look for a reversal or even a cure for diabetes. So speaking of the Rio Grande Valley, Tori, tell me how many people have diabetes in the valley?
There are about 515,000 people in the RGV with diabetes. That's 1 in 3 people. By 2030, there should be 95 million people across North and South America with diabetes.
Did y'all hear that? 95 million people. If we can only capture just a single percentage of that, that means our user base will be about 950,000 users. Assuming that they're in our user base, 10% of that we've allocated, an estimate, would be tier 3 subscribers. At about $20 a month, we're projecting about $1.9 million a month or $22.8 million a year for DiaBuddy.
To Angie, DiaBuddy is relief. DiaBuddy is customizable to fit her life. Now, she logs with her voice while cooking. She sees all her numbers on a simple dashboard and gets instant clarity on what's working for her. With DiaBuddy, Angie is in control.
At DiaBuddy, we believe that better health should never be a luxury. We currently have a tier-based model, a subscription model. Thank you.
This fight is personal to us. We were born and raised in the Rio Grande Valley, where diabetes touches nearly every family, including ours. We have the support from local doctors like Dr. Lisa Ochoa, Sandra Lamb, and Carl Nagel.
This is so much more than just an app. It starts here in Brownsville, but it doesn't end here. So join the DiaBuddy waitlist today. Thank you.
Judges have 5 minutes.
Hi, guys. Great job. It was amazing. Question. So you have tiers for subscriptions. What is your plan for, somebody needs the hero plan. Do you guys plan on offering it for people that have insurance? How do you guys plan to go about that?
Yes, so we have thought about insurance. We want to be considerate of our community, and so we don't go through insurance. Of course, we're open to conversations in the future about insurance, but as of right now, we'd like to stay away from the insurance pass. We want to keep this available to all our community, whether here or outside of here. Yeah, direct to consumer. Yes, and direct to consumer.
How do you see the future of the product evolving? Right now, it sounds like it's just a pure software play. I know the world of hardware and med tech is quite big and vast. I know there's some interesting things in like AI, calorie counting through the Meta Ray-Bans. How do you all see it evolving through time?
So through testing, we do, well, first and foremost, bug fixing, of course, but then we do want to do a Cal AI integration, food scale integration, and eventually a personal AI therapist or a companion agent.
Have you all heard of a thing called HSA? Great. So I think this would be a pretty useful feature if someone could use their HSA account. It's basically untaxed income that you can put to an HSA. Yeah, exactly. I think people would be a lot more willing to pay for your app or your software if they could kind of use their HSA funds. You might want to consider looking into that if you haven't already. Also, I'm not too familiar with life with diabetes other than what you guys have just gone over, but would it be relevant or helpful to kind of sync your app or software with menus of, say, chain restaurants or other things like that? Would there be a way for other businesses to partner in kind of make their restaurant more appealing to someone with diabetes or someone with your app, for example?
Yes, we have had conversations about that, about integrating something like that. Right now, we have a feature where you're able to input the food and it tells you how it would impact your body. But of course, we have talked about that, partnering with local restaurants and kind of creating like a logbook of diabetic-friendly foods or what works best for them and the specific user. And especially in our community, we want to enjoy the menudo, the conchas. So it's for the community, and they're at the center.
I know you guys used Lovable to build the front end kind of prototype and MVP. I really find that type of scrappiness in building a software product is really important, because if you're a non-technical founder, the biggest thing you can do is get a technical skill set. Walk me through how you guys are thinking about your back-end architecture and kind of being more on the implementation side of things.
Great question. I'm glad you asked that. When it comes to building this sort of prototype, this demo, this is something that we want to see if there's even traction. We didn't build it in Lovable, we built it in Replit, but I've used Lovable, Cursor, Bolt, all of the jazz. I'm really grateful that Lovable has Supabase as a backend, but let's go back to this slide. So when it comes to security, privacy for data, we're pretty aware that Supabase probably isn't the best for data security and privacy reasons. So to answer your question, we're looking to implement some sort of AWS, Google Cloud Platform, Microsoft Azure. That way, we know that the backend is safe, it's secure, our users have their data safe, secure, stored, and we're not worried too much about it. But that'll be coming when we get a technical co-founder. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please give another round of applause for the cohort number 2 for Frontera Leadership Institute. I'm going to dedicate these words directly to you all. Cohort, I'm very proud of you for all your work, your commitment, your contribution to each other's growth. It is noted, and I hope that you continue the work so that this community, this city, this region benefits from all the hard work you've done. Please give yourself a round of applause, too. Now for the fun part. Nathan, please lead the judges to the deliberation so we can determine the winners. And as they're escorted out, audience, this is a time for us to get to know each other more, ask questions, but more importantly, the students have set up something special for you all. This is the first time we're doing a show and tell. So now they showed you, now they're going to go ahead and let you actually do hands-on so you can ask questions, learn more about what they're doing. They have set up a little booth on the side here so you can get to know all 3 teams while we wait for the judges to do the deliberation. We'll come back in about 15 to 20 minutes. I'll give you all the warning so we can go ahead and announce the winner. More importantly, the most special thing after that, we're going to be awarding their certificates in product management. So please stay here, stay tuned, and thank you very much. DJ, kick it off.
Start taking your seats. Start taking your seats. We're about to announce the winners. Start taking your seats.
test.
All right, everyone. In a little bit, there's a few more things still taking place. Yeah, round of applause to every single student that was up here.
I'll call you up.
So our judges had a really hard time because every single group was amazing. And so I'd like to give it up to our judges real quick here. I'd also like to say a few things about each judge. They've all played a very significant role in this center. Graham Sevier was actually the board member that voted on getting this building here back in 2018, 2019. Jen and Vettel were the first company I worked for. It was my first week here at BCIC, and they needed assistance, and it was right in line with the Startup Texas program that we were building, and they were the first winners of that program, which has gone on now for 6 years, and now they've got a shoe deal with Brooks, which Graham is wearing right now. So, amazing story. And William Steele. William's probably been the fastest growth that we've seen here at the eBridge Center. He's on his third company, doing amazing things, and he even hosted and sponsored a pitch competition, giving back to our community. So hats off to all of them. So now I'd like to bring Ruben up to the stage. And Ruben, if you can stand right here, please. Angie, where's Angie? Angie, I'm going to let you take it from here.
Give me 1 second. So I wrote this down specifically for you. Albert, where are you? Come here. Good afternoon, everyone. I still remember the first day I walked into Frontera Leadership Institute. I was excited, but deep down, I was scared. I was shy. I questioned if I belonged here, if I was good enough to stand on any kind of stage, let alone lead others. But today, standing here, I realized something important. I didn't just find courage to speak. I found a family. I found purpose. And I found the strength to believe in myself. Over these 3 months, Frontera didn't just teach us about business or leadership. It changed the way we saw ourselves. We learned how to trust each other, how to work together, how to love louder and lead stronger. And because of you, Ruben, you have been so welcoming for us, even throughout this cohort. No other professor, no other teacher in my life, especially in this cohort, has been so welcoming, just like you, and we appreciate everything that you have done for us. You have not only built shyness into confidence, but you build leaders, especially here in Brownsville.
I don't know how to top that. That's wow. It brings a lot of joy to my heart to see all my colleagues and my friends now. Honestly, 3 months, I didn't know these people, and now they're my closest friends. Like Angie was saying, they're from family. I care for them. I love them. Like, you saw them up here on the stage, and 3 months ago, they were not those people, literally. Look at them now, literally. Like, that, for me, as a leader, that's the best thing you could ever ask for. Who cares about the money? Who cares about any of that? Who does? Like, I mean, it doesn't matter if you have all the money in the world, if you have no one around you to spend it with. Love, laughter, joy, everything. They're the ones that I got to truly experience that with. And Frontera Leadership Institute was able to bring that out in all of us. And I mean all of us. And I want to thank the people that sponsored everything, BCIC, RGV, eBridge. I mean, thank you, everyone, because this organization would not be here if it weren't for them. And Ruben came at the perfect time. A lot of us needed it. I got to see it within my own team. They needed it at that specific moment, like if it was meant to be, literally. Like the universe works in mysterious ways. Because this community needs this. It needs it. It needs Frontera Leadership Institute. It needs change. It needs it. And deep down inside my heart and soul, I know that we are going to be able to make better things. not only for Brownsville, but for the world. And I'm just saying, people, just a new dawn has begun. This is it. More and more people are coming here to Brownsville, and every time they're saying they feel welcomed. So let's welcome them. Let's build something. Let's build a better Brownsville. Let's do it. Come on, we got this. I believe in everyone here. It's not just us, it's the people here in this room, out here. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is where we started.
You know, if you go to the dictionary and you try to look up the word love, and usually sometimes they have pictures next to words like, this is what this is. I would say this would be an embodiment of love in action. And it is amazing to see what a group of strangers could come together and turn into. Thank you for allowing me to be a guide for you all and walking together, for you to become your next version of yourselves. Thank you so much for this.
And we're strangers to rangers.
Yes, you're Frontarians now.
Yes.
Thank you. One more time. I must say, this is not complete yet. I must acknowledge the former cohort who stayed around and invested into their little brothers and little sisters, right? They stuck around and gave advice. If you're part of the first cohort, raise your hand so you can be recognized. I saw Italia, Edward, Jael, Alan, Javi. This, you know what I'm talking about, how like one thing spreads into many things? They are the root, and now we're seeing the second iteration of it. And I'm just so thankful. Please give them a round of applause for all the love and support. I had the opportunity to bring Javier, and Martin to come on staff to be what we call a new role, a junior team coach, which doesn't mean a team coach, because every team gets paired with a team coach. We created a junior team coach in the middle so they can be there the whole time and support them. And it made a big difference. Asia came down and invested her time as teacher assistant to support the students all the way from UT. Asia's been my student since 2021, right? So thank you very much. Haley also came down and supported. She was my student for a whole year before I had to leave UT, and she went through the program, so she knows what we're talking about. And if you've seen our stuff on social media, it's because of Haley. Please thank her very much. I need to recognize my staff as well. I want to recognize my operations manager, Karina, please, who is part of Cohort 1 as well, and that's the whole goal, is that it's not about me, it's about the talent that we cultivate here so that they can run it. And then also recognizing all the way from South Carolina, Sarai Melendez and Genesis. Sarai helps with community engagement manager and community engagement. But then, aside from getting a team coach assigned to them for each team, aside from getting a junior team coach, each individual member of the program gets paired with a mentor as best as we can. I want to thank all the mentors who gave of their time. If you're here, thank you. But I also specifically want to recognize, if you come on stage, I just want to shake your hand, Mr. Julio Johnson Jr. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This gentleman went above and beyond and was there. When I had to sleep, he was still here at the building working with the students, feeding them, giving them love, giving them advice. And yes, he's a Theo. And you just don't get that anywhere. So I just want to thank you for pouring love into our students and seeing what actually came out of it. Your contribution made a big difference.
They have the passion, and I had the time. So thank you, everybody.
We're almost done, ladies and gentlemen. I know we need to give the awards for their completion of this program, but I'd like to go ahead and announce the winners and then give out the awards for their completion of certificate in product management from the Frontera Leadership Institute. So, DJ, do we have a drum roll, please? Ladies and gentlemen, the second runner-up for the Frontera Leadership Institute cohort number 2, give it up for Worlds United. Come on stage, please, so we can take your photo. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you so much. So proud of your work. Let's take a photo. Awesome. Hang tight. Get off. If you can walk off stage for a second, I'm going to announce the next winner. Thank you very much. Yeah, off stage. And then we'll work on the next one. DJ, please drum roll. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the first runner-up of the Frontera Leadership Institute cohort number 2, Rooted Bites. Come on stage so we can take a photo. Oh, are you okay? Are you okay? It's okay, it's okay. It's okay, you're okay, you're okay, you're okay. Come on. Okay, thank you very much. And finally, it is the honor and privilege to announce our first place prize, our winners for the Frontera Leadership Institute cohort number 2. Please give it up for Team VIDA and DiaBuddy.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes. Let's take a photo. All right, I'm gonna take a photo with you all. Okay, let's do one more. Cohorts, come on stage. We do one final group photo, and then we'll do the awards. So if you're in the cohort, please come on stage. It's one giant group photo.
Can you believe it's been 3 months?
Prove it tall enough. The bunny's opening it. All right. All right. Can we get a crazy one? Crazy! Crazy!
Great. All right, let's clear the stage so we can do our ceremony. We want to also honor our honorary member of the Frontera Leadership Institute. He wasn't able to be here tonight. His name is Fulano de Tal. That was a bad joke. No one got it. Come on, man. Come on. So if I can invite Ms. Martinez to the stage here. And if I can invite Mr. Burkhart to the stage here. We are going to give our awards out. Can I please get the cohort lined up by alphabetical order? First name, alphabetical order. Here we go. Receiving his first product management certificate from the Frontera Leadership Institute. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. Alan Salinas.
Thank you, good sir.
Let's get a photo. Yes, you're in the photo. After?
Okay.
Okay, cool. All right, next. Please give it up for Mr. Albert Juarez. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please give it up for Mr. Andre Cuevas.
Thank you so much. We're glad working with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for Ms. Angie Rodriguez. Here you go.
Oh, wait, I didn't want a photo.
Okay. Thank you. And the very first student who got admitted this semester into the program, the one that applied the very first day, please get up for Mr. Damian Reyes. Thank you. Congratulations. For sure. Thank you. The person who has come out of their own shell and has become their own leader. Please give it up for Ms. Fernanda Perez. Congratulations. To the gentleman who didn't know if he could be in this program, but fought anyway to stay in the program, Mr. Herman Mora. Congratulations, sir. You did it. To a leader who will be saving countless of lives and who inspires me to continue to be a better leader myself, Mr. Jesus Anthony Aguilar. Thank you. To one of the stars of this cohort who's transformed not only the cohort, but himself, who stands up in the face of fear and faces it with courage, please give it up for Mr. Juan Zapata. What's your name?
Juan Zapata.
Juan Zapata, nice to meet you. Thank you. All right, now moving on to the next person. we are going to recognize a person who had such an amazing transformation and learning how to embrace ambiguity and allowing themselves to be flexible so they can become the next version of themselves. Please give it up for team leader of Team VIDA, Rebecca Villarreal. Congratulations. Yes, here you go. Okay, thank you. Here's to a future leader, politician, statesman of our community who is still in high school, but has fought to try to stay in this program because he deserved it. Please give it up for team captain of Rooted Bites, Sebastian Vasquez. Thank you. Here we go. To the next CEO and executive, far beyond their years, who will rival probably what Steve Jobs has done. Please give it up for Ms. Tiana Resendez. Congratulations. To a young woman who's wise beyond her years, who has transformed and can still beat me up in chess, but who kept with the program and transformed so beautifully. Please give it up for Ms. Victoria Flores. Thank you. Thank you. To one of the most dedicated people I've seen continue on their path and really set the tone for what it means to be a team partner, team leader as well. Please give it up for Ms. Yolisma Yoli Peña. Thank you. All right. That completes our certificate awarding of this evening. For y'all are wondering, what is the certificate for? What is it about? They just received a certificate in product management. That means that they have the skills to be able to understand how to build ideas, problem solve, and take them out to the market. A product management is a practice that is used in technology so that they can take this title and then showcase what it actually means to be a tech entrepreneur, or we call it tech entrepreneur, and they can actually pay really good salaries dollars from that process. So we're trying to build more product managers and more future CEOs in Brownsville. This is what they're learning, and we're looking forward to seeing them flourish in our community. Thank them again one more time. I'll leave you with this. We are currently looking to do another cohort. When we can find the funding in Brownsville to come back again, we will be hosting that hopefully here at eBridge. And if you're looking for more young people to be part of this program, this is a link to get involved. You can scan this QR code, or you can come see me, or just go to fronteraleadership.org. The applications are open now. Also, if you're like, we love what you're doing so much, and we want to help in whatever way we're possible, giving rides, being a mentor, lo que sea, this is a way you can get involved and get engaged with us. And finally, as my dear friend in the back, Dalila said, This program relies on your contributions as well. So if you are connected to an institution or you yourself would like to contribute to the growth of this program, you can also go here and help support the great work that we're doing. This is how you get in contact with us. And I want to say thank you so much for your time and your presence in witnessing the second ever cohort for the Frontera Leadership Institute. Give yourselves a round of applause. And with that being said, we are complete. DJ, please kick it off.